Hi, I'm Mike Miller. Hope you're having a great day. Thanks so much for watching Creatives of North Texas. It's a show I created a few years ago to bring on people in the community who make contributions through artistic creativity and so on, and I'm honored to have Jessica McReynolds here today. Thank you for being here.
Nice to meet you. Hi.
So has this been a pretty good year for you so far?
This has been a wonderful year for us.
That's good.
Yes, it really has. Being able to be around the community, having more people under my belt to teach, and being able to bring out new teachers out into this community has been a blessing. Plus, so much help. Finally, again.
It's quite a network of yoga going on in Denton right now.
There really is. It's a very competitive business. I mean, yes, we're teaching about, being able to calm ourselves and being able to calm our minds and being able to breathe. And there is just such a huge slew of teachers that have come out of the woodwork, and to be able to share that gift with everyone. So, yeah, it has gotten huge.
How long have you been doing that on the square now?
5 years now.
5 years? Yeah.
Yeah, we've been running it for a while now.
How many people usually show up?
Oh God, it is anywhere from 20 people. Sometimes we have 40 people.
It really varies.
Yeah, it varies so much. It depends on the weather. It depends on what's going around town as well.
What's going on? Yeah, so many things going on all the time.
All the time, and schedules. I mean, kids are back in school.
People
parents
have to work.
are back to cooking dinners and trying to get everything ready and getting used to the new schedules and stuff. So
yeah,
and now we have the cold.
Now we have what?
And now we have the cold. The fall now coming in, and so that's going to take a little bit of a factor too.
Yeah, to get the winter clothes back out and all that.
Yeah, the long yoga pants, being able to bundle up just a little bit more, and or enjoying the fall weather finally, and not it being so hot that you feel like dying after class.
Yeah, you have to bring a bottle of water with you, I guess.
Oh yeah, everywhere. Yeah. It's Texas. Go from one extreme to the other. It's nice.
When did you first start getting involved with yoga?
I got involved with yoga many years ago, just because I needed something to do for my mind. I had just for certain situations with my body, and I needed to heal, and it didn't get really involved until I had to have some answers. And then once I was diving down deeper into that, and I decided to become a yoga teacher, and I didn't even realize I was going to be really a yoga teacher. I tried it, and I was thinking, nope, this isn't for me. I'm not going to be a yoga teacher.
Oh,
I'm
really?
not.
At first?
Yeah, I didn't even think I was going to graduate. It was probably one of the hardest times in my life, to try to remember all the Sanskrit, remember all the anatomy. I mean, it was definitely a hard class. And I'm glad I made it, because here I am now.
That's great.
I never would have thought this, and 5 years ago I was like Bambi out on stage, just like, right, left, I have no idea what we're doing. But like anybody else, and just like any other yoga teacher, you practice and you keep doing it, and you make it. I mean, you find your niche.
And there's so much stress in modern life, the world we live in.
Are you kidding me? This is stressful.
Technology. Cameras filming you.
Yes.
Everywhere you go, there's cameras filming you.
All the time. And it's so weird to see this generation of kids that, they don't even care that there's a camera in a room filming them all the time, whether they're shopping or they're working, or where I grew up in a time where that just was not a thing. You had to have written consent and things like that. But yeah, it's a different time. And there's a lot more stress that I don't even realize for some of these kids, especially for the college kids, high school kids.
And just like the inflation, it's so stressful for everybody that rent is so expensive now, It costs so much to drive a car, insurance is so expensive.
Yeah, I'm even thinking about trading in my car soon, because the gas itself is just, it's bad. It's a gas guzzler. She's a thirsty girl, but she gets me to where I need to be.
Suburban.
Yep. It's the biggest car possible, but it's comfortable, gets me to where I need to go, and it's paid for. So it's really hard to say, okay, can I afford to have another $300 a month payment, or, I mean, $500 sometimes.
Oh, yeah.
I have no idea how much a
Yeah, new
car
cars
costs
are
now.
so expensive. It's unreal.
Yeah, it is.
And it just doesn't seem like there are jobs are out there for enough people, good jobs. Just a lot
That
of
is-
low-paying jobs. You know,
yeah.
and people have to work so many hours.
Yeah, people just don't seem to have time for themselves anymore.
Yeah.
There is no hour to themselves. There's no nap, and if there is a nap, it's the stigma of, well, that's because you're depressed because you're taking a nap. You go all the time, and
Well, the
people
body
break
needs
down.
rest, though. Yeah.
Yeah, people break down, and it comes in a horrible way where just all of a sudden just blows up because we're all like little time bombs, and if we're not able to get rid of that stress somehow, it's going to blow up.
Yeah, and a lot of things we do are, I guess, we end up using bad posture and things like that, and that's where yoga can help you so much, I guess, to stretch the different parts of your body, your back and
Yes.
shoulders and whatever.
Yes. Backs of the legs, hips, where we hold so much of our stress. We hold a lot of it in our chest and our
Really?
shoulders
Yeah.
and our feet a lot. So it's really nice to have an hour to kind of get that stretched out and let go of some of that. And that way you have room for more, because it's always piling up, especially for these kids. And everybody. I mean, whether it be parents, children, teenagers, college kids, teachers, it's all the same. It's the same stress, and it's a lot.
Yeah.
Daily life is hard.
And like when you just stand somewhere and you just stretch and reach up to the sky, that even something like that is good for you, I guess.
Yeah. It's wow. I had a friend of mine that does art, and her art is, she talks about it coming from above, for like a childlike motion, being able to look up and maybe even playing with something that's above. And that's kind of very much yogic, to be able to stand up and stand tall and make some of that room in your vertebrae, and to be able to get that spine right back to being straight. And yoga is very childlike motions sometimes. There are childlike poses where you're very much looking up, and that's something to bring your heart up and to let that shine out.
And like crawling, it seems like as adults we just forget how to crawl.
We do. We spend so much time walking
Yeah.
and running and trying to get to one place or another that, the time that we do crawl is because we're sick, or there's tragedy, or, that safe thing of getting into a corner and crying because you just need to hug yourself. That also needs to happen when it's not tragic. It also needs to happen all the time. You need to remember to love yourself and go ahead and crawl on the floor and see the world from a little bit below, and
Roll
kinda,
around.
roll around. It
stretch.
gets us off our pedestals.
Yeah.
It kind of gets us back to being human again.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of pressure about being on a pedestal, and there's a lot of pressure about, being the very best that you can be, or what is your 5-year goal, or all these things. And I mean, what matters is right now. And if you're crawling on the floor, that's great. That's a wonderful thing. If you're reaching up for the sky and you have that childlike wonder in your eye, that is a wonderful thing.
It seems like so many people in the world today are just so caught up in trying to make as much money as possible, and just don't live their lives.
Yeah.
Don't enjoy the special moments of life.
Yeah, no, exactly. Definitely.
So many big houses in the North Texas area,
Huge houses. Everybody's got to drive the best car.
Yeah.
There's so many of these luxuries that are constantly in our face that we need. We need to have a media room in our house and have these movie chairs with
Gaming
cup
chairs.
holders and vibrations and speakers everywhere and surround sound everything. And our phones that we constantly have in our hands, those need to plug up to all the speakers, whether in our car or in our house or.
You waste so much time just learning how to do all these connections and
Yeah.
pairing things together.
Yeah.
I hate all that.
I am the worst at it. I actually have a project that I'm supposed to be doing on the computer. I'm the worst thing on the laptop ever. Like, I'm good to turn it on, and usually I have to ask somebody how to turn it on first. So for me to even get on technology is just, it's frightening for me. I constantly fumble on my phone. If it's not on my phone and I don't type it out and it text to you, yeah, it's going to take me a long time to get to it because I just need all the help.
There's so much technology, it just wastes our time, I think.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, the kids are really, really smart at it. My son is really smart at it. My boyfriend's son is extremely good at it. But that's second nature to them. Where
Yeah,
to me, it's
they
still
play
a
with
foreign
those
language.
so much, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. To me, it's still a foreign language. And yeah.
It's been a big learning curve for me, for sure. Yeah.
Definitely, definitely. Yeah.
So through yoga, you end up meeting a lot of people around town, a lot of people, and a lot of musicians and artists, and just all kinds of people, I guess.
I have been very lucky to be able to meet the people that have influenced me and helped me along the way, and it has been the musicians in this town. It's funny because I had first thought that it was a very snobby sort of situation. I'm not in their art. I really can't be as good as them. What my art is yoga. And I always and at first I was thinking, oh, well, they're not going to want to hang out with me. But these guys are some of my best clients, my best friends. And if it wasn't for them, I don't think I would be where I am today. A lot of these musicians have been around to sit down, talk about things with me, let me vent, and just all around play good music, make people feel great, and doing exactly what I do on my mat. And they do on their instruments, and try to get everybody to sing. And usually it's when we're partying, and that's not the best time for me to sing, but hey, it is what it is, and we all get together and absolutely love it. So
We were
great
talking
memories.
about Neely Rose earlier. And
Yes, my absolute favorite. He is family.
he's a good person, and he really has worked with a lot of musicians the last few years, playing in Deep Ellum a lot, I think, as well as the Denton area.
He has been going just nuts with this.
Yeah.
To watch him be able to blossom into the person that he is now, to actually see that new butterfly come out, has been absolutely beautiful to see.
He hangs in there. That's been his goal, and he just continues to do it every week.
Yeah, yeah. I'm very proud of him. I'm sure that there's a lot of people that have worked with him in the past years are extremely proud to see the progress that he has done.
He contributes a lot to each band that he's in, for sure.
Oh yeah, he puts in the hours. And it is really cool to see a kid that young be able to, and he learned. I mean, this is not an easy thing for him. He had to learn to grow up quickly.
Yeah.
And be there and, get there on time and, contribute.
Yeah.
As well as we all have to learn those things.
Yeah, he was really young when he moved to Denton. After studying in California, studying music out there, yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
Jacob Doe, do you know him?
The name sounds familiar, but
He plays bass. I think he's played with Neely a number of times.
Okay. I know, I don't think I've really actually met him before or not. I might have, probably in passing.
Tim Knighton, you know Tim.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good soul. He is a wonderful person as well.
He is, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, Neely is able to, seems to be able to conjure that around him. Just really good people that are very supportive, and very easygoing, very real. It's what you see is what you get.
Yeah.
And there's no question about it.
Do you work with a certain group of people to teach yoga right now, or is it mainly just your group?
Well, we do actually have we have an organization. It is Karma Yoga.
Okay.
It's very small. It's me and a few other teachers, and we go around Denton. So we're like at DCBC, or we're on the lawn, or we're at Harvest House, the community market, dance bar. We're there now too, or we've been there actually for about a year, and at Legacy Fitness as well, over on the Loop.
That's good. That's a lot of different
Yeah.
locations.
We like to keep it extremely low cost because nobody has the money for $100 and something a month for yoga, or at least I don't. And the demographic of people that I have are those people are the people that just want to come and do yoga outside, or they want to give back to a great cause, because we do try to give back to the other communities that are going around Denton.
Really?
Right now we had done a sponsorship with Friends with Benefits, and we did the Zoe's Place and Goal.
Oh, really?
So we were able to give back to them as well.
That's
Plus,
good.
we also give back to nonprofit organizations, a couple of art therapy places. And
Oh, really?
we've given back to Denton Animal Foundation, Giving Hope. We've given back to so many other places, other organizations around the town.
Through benefits, y'all get sponsorship or something, and then.
No, actually, we sponsored them.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we did the 5K run, so that
Oh,
was
stuff
our
like
latest
that.
thing.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah.
Yeah, and that was a lot of fun. I mean, I don't run, but I was the last person on my age limit to cross that line, so that was great.
Yeah.
I feel like I got a trophy for that.
How many people are involved with that? Quite a few, I guess, with the
With the Friends
run.
with Benefits? Oh, with the run? Oh gosh, there were a lot of people.
Yeah, that's a
Yeah.
big group.
Yeah, there was like 100 people that day, I think. It was huge.
Yeah. Friends with Benefits, that's the other one?
Yeah, that's the nonprofit organization. They actually help out a lot of charities around the town too.
What do they do, really? They do that mainly?
Doing events, yeah.
Yeah.
Events to help out charities. They do raise a lot of money for charities around town, and they're like the ones that did the drag show on Backyard on Bell.
Oh, really?
The 5K run for Oktoberfest. I think they even did some of the other stuff in Oktoberfest. And that's run by Mindy Ardent, so she's a go-getter. I don't know how she does it. But she comes to class every once in a while, so
Really? Yeah.
I guess she gets to let some of it out.
Yeah, yeah. That's great. That
Yeah.
I see things that they're doing where they give children toys during the holidays and things like that.
Yeah, right
Sometimes.
now they're doing the Keep Denton Warm, where
Denton Warm coats.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
coats. So you'll see the big cardboard boxes around the different bars, Harvest House, and
Yeah.
and DCBC and stuff, and dropping off coats so they can donate them.
That's good. That's a really
Yeah.
good idea.
Oh yeah, yeah. They've done a lot for this town. It is definitely a great organization, and I get to be a part of it every once in a while, so that's nice.
Yeah, yeah.
Get to help out wherever I can as well.
How do you see Denton growing the next 5 years? Or changing now that so many people have moved here?
Wow. It's getting huge.
Become more like Dallas, I guess, in ways.
I hope not. I hope that we're able, I think because we are such a tight-knit community and we are such a tight town, I don't think that we are going to really let that happen. There's going to be some industrial stuff. I've seen it out on 380 going out towards my parents' house. So going over towards Decatur, we have a lot more of the industrial buildings and things like that popping up. We have people.
Of course, it creates jobs for people too.
It does. It does. There will be more job opportunities. But hopefully it keeps our acquaintance, because we are a small town, and this is one of the reasons why I stay here, because we all know each other. I mean, you get out of the house and you walk down the street and you know 5 or 6 people just leaving the block. You go over to your favorite bar and you see most of your friends. It's a lot like Austin used to be 30 years ago when I was a kid.
Did you feel that Austin has grown too much at this point?
I'm scared of Austin
Really?
now.
Yeah.
I love Austin. I mean, I was born there, and
Oh, really?
I grew up there as a small child.
Oh,
So I lived right by Barton Hills, right by Zilker Park.
really?
So I had all of that to walk. You know, I had all
Yeah.
of this freedom. And I knew a lot of the business owners and things that are around Austin, but now, I mean, I'm much older, so Austin has changed. To see Zilker Park parking lots that full, to see places, people swimming where, as a child, I would never swim there because there were water moccasins. Like, there were snakes. You wouldn't swim on that side of the Barton Creek. That's not the place to swim, but now everybody's out there. Paddleboarding, parking lots are completely full. South by Southwest is huge.
Yeah.
ACL is just, that's like a festival now or something. I don't remember it being a festival when I was a kid, or at least it wasn't that big.
Is that a film fest?
I guess so. I have never done it.
I've heard of it, yeah.
I know that, I mean, Austin City Limits to me as a kid was Stevie Ray Vaughan behind the backdrop of the Capitol. And we would all go see him, or we would see, you know, Stephen Frumholtz, or even Willie would
Willie
come
Nelson,
in.
yeah.
Yeah. Johnny Paycheck. I saw them as a kid, Beach Boys. And I'm just telling you my age right there, and that's how old I am.
Does that show still air, Austin City Limits?
I think so, yeah.
Really, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know who they have had on there the past year or so.
No, the last one I saw was a couple of years ago, and I think they had Kenny Wade Shepherd on there.
Oh, yeah.
And that was
There are
quite
plenty of people that are so talented, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, they bring in the best. Always. They always have. They always will.
I think that was part of community television initially, I'm not sure.
It was. It was. It was something that, it was actually some of the only TV that I was really able to watch as a small one.
Oh, I loved watching that, like on Saturday
Yeah.
night, yeah.
Yeah.
It was so cool, just a live concert,
Yeah.
mic'd pretty well, you know,
Yeah.
for live TV, yeah.
Yeah, you would see like Bonnie Raitt would come in from Houston
Yeah.
or something, and of course you would hear it on the radio. Bonnie's looking for a ride. Is anybody coming from Houston? And you know, and then you would see her on Austin City Limits, and it was a thing that you did all day. You would hear it on the radio, and you're like, oh, okay. Well, you got to get in front of the TV at this time so you could see this, and that was really nice. Sit with your dad, and just kind of tap your toes to some music
Yeah.
before bed.
And Texas is a great place to live right now, it seems.
It's my favorite. I mean, you know, it is a wonderful place. I love New York. New York was beautiful. Maryland's an absolute wonderful state, but
You've been to New York a number of times?
I used to live in New York. I grew
Oh,
up in
really?
New York from when I was 11 years old up until I was 18
Oh,
or
I didn't know
17
that.
actually, and then I moved down here. Maybe I was I was 18.
What was that like to live up there?
Segregated.
Each neighborhood is segregated. Yeah.
It is the most segregated city I've
St.
ever
Louis
been in.
is like that too.
Yeah. I mean, like, but it was just like, and it wasn't just segregated, you know, black or white. It was segregated if you were Italian,
Oh, yeah.
or you were Irish,
Irish,
or Polish.
Polish.
You know, nobody crossed lines, and I never understood that as a kid. I was like, wow. Do you realize that it snows like 6 months out of the year here? Couldn't we just like try to all be friends? Because we're snowed in together. We're not going anywhere. But it was a culture shock.
Yeah.
And it was a culture shock coming back here and seeing what Denton used to be from Syracuse. And I'm like, oh, this is Texas. I forgot about that.
I think it's always been a very open area around in North Texas.
Yeah.
People are just open to everybody.
Yeah, it is. It is very
Acceptance, more acceptance.
open. Yep. Yeah, we.
I don't know why those older northern cities are like that so much. Just old ways that are still hung on to or something.
Well, yeah.
Old culture.
It is very much old cultures. I mean, this is where people came in from Staten Island and they stayed there and they did
Yeah.
not keep going. I mean, everybody else kept going west and, you know, going to see what they can find out more. And these people stayed, and they were deeply embedded into their roots, as well as they still are, which is a beautiful thing. I'm a Texas girl, though. I like the sun. I like the slower draw. I like to be able to have time to sit with my friends, whether they be from any part of the city.
I'm glad my parents were like that too. That's what they told me when I was a kid, that anybody was welcome to come over as a friend if I liked them.
Right.
And it didn't matter, if they were whatever part of the world they were from. Just if I liked them, they were welcomed. So I'm glad I grew up like that. But
yeah.
It's not like that for everybody, I guess.
No, definitely not. And my parents were very much like that too. Like, this place is safe. Whatever you have an issue with, and that was something that my mom had to learn in Syracuse. She said, okay, she is friends with these kids from this side of town, and she's friends with these kids from this side of town. And if she wants to have them both come over to the house, then everybody has to understand to just squash everything just for a moment and let this be the communal space. You can't hurt each other here. And we were out in the country. We didn't live like inside the city limits, but we lived out in the country where the dairy farms are and stuff. So.
Around Austin?
No, in Syracuse.
Oh, in Syracuse, yeah.
Is there dairy farms in Austin?
I don't know, probably not.
Because if there is, I want to check this out. I've been missing some real milk.
Well, how far is Syracuse from Rochester or Buffalo?
That is, so Rochester, so like it would be Syracuse, and then I think like Rochester's up, but they're like the 3-4 major cities that are not New York City is Syracuse, Buffalo, Rochester, Utica, and those are the key cities up there.
Yeah.
But it's probably about an hour, maybe 2 hours away from Rochester. I played them in basketball one time.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Did you guys go to New York City very often?
No.
Yeah.
My parents were not New York City people at all. They weren't New York people. They moved back to Texas as quickly as possible.
Yeah.
As soon as my dad found something in Texas, because he had worked for Lockheed in Austin.
Oh, really?
And then that's why we moved up to Syracuse, because defense industry is always moving.
A lot of it up there.
Yeah.
Hmm. And they had the dairy farms as well.
I mean, milk in glass bottles.
Yeah.
You really can't beat that.
No, that is so good, yeah.
Yeah, with a little cream on top. And,
oh, yeah.
Oh.
I love that.
Oh, I do miss that a lot. Where you can get skim milk and it still tastes really good, not like a plastic bottle.
Yeah, real milk.
Yeah.
And it's so good for you.
Oh, it really is. It really is. And the dairy farms up there are run so differently than other places. They were
really?
In Syracuse, they were very small.
Yeah.
I think Burn Dairy at that time was a small dairy, even though it was the major one. But you didn't get it outside of New York. Not in Pennsylvania, not in Vermont. It was just stuck right in New York.
Yeah, that'd be $20 a bottle down here.
Right? It definitely would be. But we also didn't have Shiner Bock beer up
really?
in Syracuse, yeah. So there was a lot of, and I think that's the one that really got my mom, was she couldn't just go to the store and get Shiner Bock beer or good barbecue or good Mexican food. There was no Mexican food whatsoever, Tex-Mex food. So yeah, if we wanted barbecue, we had to make it ourselves.
Yeah.
And they didn't even have like the regular cuts of meat. Like,
oh, yeah.
my father would just be like, they don't understand barbecue at all. Or they didn't know what fried okra was, or even boiled okra.
Really?
Yeah. So, culture shock for everybody.
Yeah. Well, that is interesting. And I appreciate you coming down today to be on the show to talk about
Oh, thank you.
your yoga experiences and all that. And
Thank you.
And I really appreciate it, and hope you can continue to do this and be involved with the community in the future.
I absolutely will be here probably for the rest of my life. This community has been the one to help me get on my feet, and I will do everything I can to keep Denton running exactly the way it wants to run. And we're just gonna roll with the growth and see what happens.
That sounds good. And thank you guys for watching. I appreciate it very much. Hope you have a great day, and we'll see you later.